Hi everyone, this is Dan at Dan's Retirement Journey. We're Philippines bound. Oh man, it's bright in here. Let me grab my glasses, my retro indoor sunglasses. These are cool, eh? So today I thought we'd talk a little bit about retirement. What is that? What does that mean? I have yet to figure it out. But I've only been retired for less than 24 hours officially. Anyway, I thought that I would give it a go and see what we can learn about retirement. Hey, good day, Lazy Larry. How's it going? The topic is retirement tonight. Except I'm not sure you would know much about that because you're still working. You're a working man. How are you doing, Lazy Larry? Tell me how you visualize your retirement in the future. Okay. There you are, Sammy. Thanks. I'm going to have you on Messenger in case something happens. And then I will consult with you. I don't know if I could walk and chew gum at the same time, though. Okay, you go grab a drink and maybe a snack, and then we'll see you back here in a moment. When I die, that's the ultimate retirement journey, though, Lazy Larry. That's my line. My line has been, so far when people have asked me about it, I said, I don't know. I like the idea of retiring, but that is the milestone before death. Since I can't do anything about that anyway, well, then I just accept it, and enjoy the retirement journey, as it were. Sammy, he stepped away. He stepped away from the phone for a moment. He's going to go grab himself something to drink. But anyway, I was just talking a little bit about retirement and the retirement journey and all that. But see, it's not a well-known thing unless you're like a government worker in the Philippines. There's no real official retirement. I mean, not where you would get a pension unless you work for the government. Am I mistaken about that? Whoop, whoop, yeah. So what am I going to do with myself? Maybe you can give me some ideas. Should I be live streaming every day or every other day? I'm not sure I have that much to say. I could maybe come up with some comedy routine, and then I'd have to change the name of the channel to Dan's Comedic Actions or something like that. I don't know. Dan's Comedy Routine, Late Night with Dan, something like that. Oh, give me a coffee and I'm happy. Yes, a cup of coffee is sometimes all we need. That's all I need most of the time is a cup of coffee. My wife says I drink way too much coffee. She calls me the coffee addict. Well, there are a lot of addictions that a person can have, and coffee seems like a pretty tame one when you consider the alternatives, I don't think that I'll end up being one of the expats that goes over to the Philippines and starts enjoying the bar scene, Anyway, I'm not so sure that there are that many bars in Bye Bye Leyte. I mean, there are a lot of parties in Bye Bye Leyte in the Philippines. There are a lot of parties all over the Philippines. A different way. Oh, I see. Yes, I see where you're going with this, Sammy. Don't make YouTube as your living, just like me. If I do, I'm free. Just enjoy the YouTube world. Yeah, I think that's sound advice. I think that people can actually become addicted to YouTube. I mean, they're very intense But then again, the teamwork that I've seen on YouTube is absolutely amazing. They have teams out there that their whole job on YouTube is to assemble membership. I think it's called sub for sub. And that's what they do day in and day out until they get monetized. And I think that's wonderful if you can do it. In my place, we have a bar here now. Sammy's bar. Oh, but it's not your bar. Or is it your bar? Maybe it's your father's bar, your relative's bar. No, yes, no. Lazy Larry's back with us. Hi, Sammy PH. Yes, long time. Yes, it's true. I opened my Sammy's bar 4 days ago. I'm the host. Yeah, speaking of that, the Philippines is kind of an easy place to do business, because all you have to do is swing the door open and start stocking anything that you want to sell in your little store, and no license required. Well, at least no license required until the authorities catch up with you, until the barangay captain notices that you're selling the Captain, what's it called? Captain something whiskey, out of the trunk of your car. That's the way we do it here in America. I think it's Captain Morgan's, right? Is that what it's called? And a little bit of San Miguel, although I think Red Horse is the popular beverage of choice. Oh, hi, Mel. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm happy, a little bit relaxed. How do you like my Filipina shirt? Let's see. What does it say? Let's see. Oh, I love my sexy Filipino wife. Yeah. I don't know where I got that shirt from, but I think I got it from Amazon or something. The host with the most, the retired host with the most now. Do I look any different now that I no longer am working? No longer am I doing the hustle and the bustle, the daily routine, as they say. Hey, Mel says hi, Sammy. Lazy Larry says hi, Melanie. You guys are like family, right? You go to her stream often, Lazy Larry, when you're not working or you're listening. Oh, hey, how do you listen if Mel does a lot of silent stream? So I always wondered what happens if you're listening. I was thinking about that the other day, and then Melanie decides to do a silent stream, and then you're saying, Mel, I'll be listening in the background. There's nothing but silence. That's pretty funny. Yes. Sammy says that time, says Melanie, is there when I open it. Lazy Larry, hi. It's all good, Sir Dan. Thank you. I love the Sir part of about the Philippines. Everybody's calling me Sir Dan, so I think, or Kuya, and I love it. Oh yeah, I hope Sis Melanie enjoyed my show at that time. Sammy wants to know. No, I bought this. I saw this. Truth of the matter is, all right, I'll come clean. I decided that I would load up on graphic design shirts, and I ran into this one. So I bought a whole bunch for Thailand and for Philippines. And I have the Lumpia shirt. I have the Thailand Elephant Walk shirt, all the touristy stuff. I just thought it was fun. Shirt is awesome. Yes. There you are. Hey, this is you. Here you go. That's you, Sammy, right there. Yep, she said she was there. She said, Mel said she was there. You're dancing. I love both Both of you, man, you got skills, you got talent. I'm telling you, the singing and the dancing and the whole thing, man, oh man. No one should be in the room when I start doing videoke. Run for your lives. But that is what I like about the Philippines. I like the Philippines because, all right, anybody is allowed to sing, anybody is allowed to dance. It doesn't matter if you're okay at it or not. Nobody's going to complain. Oh, you gave up on those. But you got to try it sometime. Try it when there's nobody else around. You just go and start singing or dancing, and you'll find out you really like it, and as long as you think you have skills, that's all that matters. Yes, Mel, I'm telling you, thanks so much. I appreciate all that you do, you and Sammy and everybody getting the word out about my channel, because when Minnie and I hit the road, we're going to be vlogging from wherever we end up. And so I've been saving for a long time to take Minnie on a little excursion, and I was just talking to her about it today. Yeah. Sammy PH, Mel says she really enjoyed watching you while dancing and really loves to dance also. Buddha, what's a Budats or Budats dance? I better be careful how I say that. I think I saw you guys dancing, and you were referring it to the dance by that name. I am culturally challenged, so I have no idea what kind of dance that is. Sammy says that's fun. Oh yeah, I didn't request the song. But the songs that you sang today, they were the ones that I would have recommended or asked for, requested. So I was just sitting there in the background enjoying the music. Dan, everyone always asks me to sing so low that they can't hear me. Now that's singing solo. So low. So that reminds me of a story. I used to be in the high school choir, and I would listen. I'll never forget the choir instructor coming up to me one time and saying, you have sort of an interesting voice, Dan, but why don't you keep it, down a little bit? I'll have to find music that fits you just right. Hey, how are you, Matthew? How's it going? Thanks so much for joining the live stream. I truly appreciate it. How's everything in Canada? Are things starting to warm up a little bit? They should pretty soon be warming up. Yes, welcome here, Matt. Yeah, I would be excited too, Mel, to hear Lazy Larry sing. Yes, indeed. Hey, we're all family here, Matt. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good vibes. Oh, Matthew P. Okay, so she's already connected to your channel, but you have no content. Oh, okay. So Matthew, there you go, man. That's an invitation to join YouTube by posting some videos. Oh, you guys know each other. Okay, I love dancing. How do you say that? It looks like it's badots or badots dance when I'm drunk. I think I've seen you drunk before once or twice, Mel. I'm not sure you knew that I was watching though. Oh, okay, that'll be great, Sammy. Show me what it's all about. Send me a message through Messenger first, though, so I know you're going on. So I know you're going live. Sammy says, Mel, I love to dance every time. Hoping you visit my channel, dear. Matthew. Uh-oh, that's still way too much snow. Yeah, so I don't know what to make of it. I'm a sun worshiper myself, obviously. It's been a long time since I've been living on the East Coast. But as you know, I've lived in upstate New York, I've lived on Long Island, I lived for a little while in Boston. I've kind of been around, so I kind of know what that weather is like. Kuya Larry, that is so cold. Well, yeah, it's cold. I guess you get used to it. I guess you get used to the weather. Drop your link, Melanie. How do you do that? How do I do that? I'm so shy dancing without drinking alcohol. So, Mel, I have a question for you. Do you require alcohol before you sing? Because I thought you guys have a great voice, both you and Sammy. So do you have to take a little snort of something there, a little shot of something before you start singing? Because I don't know, I don't know if you had a little tuba beforehand or not. Drop your link, Mel. Hey, am I messing up here, you guys? Am I supposed to be making everybody blue? Oh, there you go. Thanks so much, Melanie. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Okay, will do, Dan. Please, can you like my comment there on what? VN Fat Biker Studio. I'm joining his cell phone giveaway. All you need is to like my comments there to have a chance to win a phone. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. And from what I heard, you do need a new phone, right, Mel? Okay, see, I didn't think that you were drunk or a little tipsy when I saw you singing there. You didn't look like it, but if you were, you fooled me. But it's the dancing. So I'm liking the TikTok thing. I don't understand that, because I'm an oldster, but I'm kind of liking the whole TikTok idea. It's kind of fun. There you go. New subscriber, Matthew P. Thank you very much. It's truly appreciated. 19 degrees Fahrenheit, 7 degrees Celsius. Yikes. No, thank you. I hope you work indoors, Lazy Larry, because I'd hate to be out there doing the rounds in that ice cold. Okay, there you go. Sammy PH, this is the link so that you can like her comment. Hey, so anyway, so today, my wife and I decided that we would take a run down to, we have casinos all around us. I don't know if it's the way, if that's the way it is where you guys are. I know they have a lot of casinos in the Philippines. So we ended up showing up there, and guess what happened? We ran into all our Filipina friends. Now, I don't know if you know what it's like when a whole bunch of Filipinas get together and they start talking, especially when they haven't seen each other in a very long time. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun and exciting, but there's a lot of they were all speaking of a sign. I didn't understand a word that they were saying. Oh, okay. Your phone's, that's why you need a new phone. Your phone is always drained. It's difficult to open when it's going to be drained. Now, is the phone, what the question that I have is that the one that you're using for your live stream? That's kind of what I'm wondering. What happened? Did I miss it? Did I miss something? Oh, I see. You always restart it, and that takes care of the problem. But I think I was reading a few comments from Mel trying this, trying that. I think I saw it on Facebook. Were you in that conversation, Sammy, about the phone? Okay, so you've been indoors, so you're hiding from the snow. And oh, you live in an apartment. So hey, let me ask you a question, if you don't mind. Do you have snow shoveling responsibilities, Lazy Larry? That's what I'm curious about. Do you have to get out there and help shovel the snow? Oh, the first I joined the phone giveaway, Sir Dan is there, have a winner already. This is my sixth time joining this giveaway, hoping that I win. You know what? That's a pretty clever way to get people in there to participate. I like that idea. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I could afford to give away a phone. What are people looking for in a phone? All. All? Yeah, stay warm, stay inside, and I'd hate to have your heating bill. I hope it's heating oil instead of electricity. That's what I pay. How's your day? Mel wants to know. Oh, okay. So it heats up when you're going live, and then it does it freeze or does it automatically shut itself off? Mel. Wow, that's nice. That's nice, Lazy Larry, that you got a chance to sleep until 1 and then took a nap around 7. Oh, okay, that's right. We're what, 2 or 3 hours difference from California? Oh, okay. You only have to clean your car. You have to. Is your car in a carport, or do you have a place underneath in a garage, or is it out like in is it out? Is it outside parking? I guess is what I meant to say there. Sammy PH. That's what I'm doing always. Always restart it and then open it. Click the volume up and the power button. Sometimes I put it on the right. On the rice after 30 minutes, I charge it. So what does the rice do? Does the rice, I know rice when you drop it in the toilet, in the CR or something, and then I don't know what people are doing with their cell phone in the toilet. And anyway, I guess you just, you're texting your friends. But anyway, oops, had an accident, dropped the phone in the toilet. I know you scoop it out real fast and you put it in rice. And then that I had to do it once, and the phone started to work again. So I don't know if the rice absorbs the water or the moisture or what happens to it. It's good if you have much people every stream. Is that to get views? Is that so you can get your view hours up? Lazy Larry, you're such a hardworking person. Enjoy your work. Yeah, Larry was telling us earlier, I don't know if you saw it, that there's no retirement in his future, that he enjoys working. Oh, it is electric. So you get this huge electric bill at the end of the month. E, E. Sounds like we're not doing much better over here on the left coast. La Ban Lang se smell. Lazy Larry, let me clean your car for you. Oh yeah, it's 9:37. So you have to park it in the elements. Yuck, I hate that. Yeah, it probably doesn't do any good to put a car cover over it, does it? It's been, Mel says, Sammy, it's been 6 times when I tried to join this cell phone giveaway, but I'm always failed. More chances to win. All of them using boosting. They buy a boosting. How do you do that? I need to learn all these tricks. I need to learn all these. Mel, you can clean the snow off the car just one time. You would not want to do it again. I'm not sure Mel has ever been in the snow before. Put it in rice. It's a big help. Yeah. So I put it in rice, and boom, within 15 or 20 minutes, my phone turned back on, and I never had another problem with it. Phones are expensive, it's not so easy to go out there and buy another phone. Boosie is not good to a channel, and good luck to their channel. Okay, how do you boost it? That's what I want to know. Okay, anybody want to share that with me? What do you do to boost it? Do you make up a whole bunch of YouTube channels and go in there and just like something like that? Okay, all right. Have fun. Thanks for joining us, Sammy. We'll see you next time. I never been or tried or experienced to hold the snow. Somebody told me that there is there's some place in the Philippines that has like an indoor snow thing, that's very popular. I don't know if it's in Manila or Cebu, but that would be fun to go to it. Just if you've never seen snow before, then it would be a blast. Oh, listen, you and me both. You and me both. So hey, you know what? That's the life of an American consumer. Lazy Larry, you're just a proud American. And you're doing your duty. You're doing your duty to keep the economy afloat. Sammy, take care. And she'll see you on your live stream. Thank you, sis. Bye, Sammy. Hey, is this right here? Is this what is this right here? What's going on with this one right here? Is there a bot? Is that a bot? Let me see what that is on there. Hey, Mel, can you help me out with that bot that's on there? What do I have to do to get rid of that? Oh, it can harm your channel? Okay. Okay. Mel, when do you think things will be going back to normal soon? Do you think you'll be able to go back and do the work that you were doing? Yeah, all I could say to you, Lazy Larry, about this, if you retire somewhere warm, well, you never miss the snow, is whatever you do not come to California, because they're absolutely insane in this state. They've lost their mind they're coming up with new taxes every day, a tax for this, a tax for that, tax this, tax that, blah, 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 blah. Every time I turn around, it's a new tax. It's a bot. Okay, how do we disable the bot? Okay. All right, so you guys are going to show me how to boost it because it's bad. Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be back to normal. I'll bet you it is by the time we get there. I have a feeling that the Philippines is going to grow really, really fast in the next 10 years or so. It's going to grow crazy fast. The economy is going to take off like a rocket. Sis Mel, please take charge the channel Kuya Dan because I'm busy. Oh, okay. So I guess moderator. Are you already on there as a moderator, Mel? Yeah, you wouldn't want to come here. No way, man. No way. It costs insane money to live here. You know, all you're doing is working, 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 and working some more. And then when you're done working, you go to your second job and work. I'm glad I'm done with all that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to leaving the fine state of California behind. Irene, thanks for joining us. I truly appreciate your support. It's nice to see you here. Thank you so much. Yeah, there'll be a little bit extra something for you. Yeah, coming soon. Thank you so much. What are you doing today, Lazy Larry? We know what Larry is doing today. He's being, wait for it, lazy. But hey, he's not lazy the other 5 days of the week. He's working very, very hard the other 5 days. But thank you so much, Irene and Irish. We love you. We love you there. Lazy Larry loves you. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to hitting the road soon. In fact, we're sending a lot of our stuff over there using Balik Bayan boxes. And so that's what Minnie is doing today. She was doing a lot of this way. She was packing up this morning. And so she'll be working for the next couple of months getting the boxes over to the Philippines. So we have some of our stuff. Nothing big is going over there. So we're not taking any furniture. We're not bringing anything big and heavy, but pretty much it's just all clothes and memories and things like that. So we probably have 12 or 13 boxes we'll be sending over there. Lazy Larry, she wants some pizza. No, I didn't know if you were having pizza or not. That's kind of what was on my mind. Dan, my best friend from my Navy days, lives in San Diego, cannot afford to move to a smaller apartment. He's got to think about going over to Tijuana and then making the commute over every morning. I think that's what a lot of people are doing, except the problem with that is that a lot of people are doing that every morning. And so you got to get up hella early in order to make that drive from wherever you are on that side of the border over here to San Diego. I think I mentioned that I'll be down in San Diego. It's going to be one of our first pit stops after visiting my mom in LA. Mimi and I are headed that direction. We're not sure how we're getting there yet because by the time we head down there, I will have given my car away. So we're either taking the train, the bus, a plane, a bicycle, don't really know. Yeah, where's that day, Minnie Sernan? Well, I think she's watching me from the other room to make sure that I don't say anything that she doesn't like. But she might be doing her Facebook upload. She might be putting a few videos up on Facebook. Yeah, she's busy. She's busy either watching me or doing something with Facebook. Mel, I'm just being completely lazy. I've not left my apartment and may not leave it tomorrow, and I don't blame you. You need a break every once in a while, Lazy Larry. Every once in a while, even though we know you're not really lazy, Larry, you need to be lazy, Larry. Mel wants to cook for you. I guess that's the kind of family environment that we have built up here over the last couple of months. Oh, so you had French toast and a ham sandwich, and you have or have not decided what you will eat later. You have decided what you will eat later? Filipino food, maybe. So have you had Filipino food, Lazy Larry? Do you have Filipinos there where you live? That looks delicious, she says. Okay, he agreed he will let you cook for him. So there you go. Sounds like a date to me. Sounds like a date to me. She needs a salary, a virtual salary, which is probably as good as virtual food. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, in other words, it's a little bland tasting. Well, anyway, what was I going to talk about? Oh, yeah, retirement. Yeah, it's a very, very bizarre feeling, you know. I don't really want to say not having anything to do, because I got plenty of stuff to do. But it's making that change, you know, that transition over from working to the non-working world. Yeah, that's quite a challenge, and it's a weird feeling, and it's hard to explain to some people what that feeling is like unless they actually go through it. So that's what I'm going through right now. I'm going through the transition of life, you know? Yeah, the transition of life. You work all these years, you know, in the same place, all these years, and then all of a sudden it's time to head out to the pasture by my choice. It was my choice. No one was going to say you got to go. You could actually work until as Lazy Larry was pointing out. What's different about the Philippines and America is that you can work as long as you want until the day you die if you want. You never have to retire if you don't want to. You can continue to work. And that's one of the beautiful things. People don't cast you aside, you know, and say, that's it. Your working life is over. It's not like the Philippines. In the Philippines, I understand they have mandatory retirement age. And so I'm not sure. It's okay if I volunteer to leave. I'm not sure that I would like very much somebody forcing me to go, you know. How was my bonding last day with Minnie? Oh, it was good. You know, Minnie's as excited as I am because she knows what the future holds for her. And that is yay, we get to go home. Yay. You know, and after working here in America, I mean, you would think that, oh yeah, everybody, oh, hi, Laura, how's it going? It was nice seeing you today at the casino. We really enjoyed running into you. Yeah, so you guys, like to introduce you to Laura. She was one of the people that I was telling you about that we ran into today. And anyway, I was just mentioning that it's, you know, it's nice to know that you could leave work voluntarily without somebody forcing you out of your job. But in the Philippines, I understand that there's a mandatory retirement age. And because there aren't so many jobs for Filipinos right now, then what's going on there is they hire younger people. And then as you age, they kind of like say, see you later, you know. You got to make room for the younger working person that has to support their parents. And so basically that's what a Filipino's job is to support their parents in their old age, from what I understand it, you know, the way that I understand it. Okay. So listen, you know what? I don't know what to say, Lazy Larry, you know, but there are a lot of Filipinos that need a partner, you know. I mean, come on. And also here's the other thing. It's okay to be a bachelor, because I was one for many, many years before I met Minnie. I was single for 12, 15 years. And I think that's when my first journey started over to the Philippines. As I was depressed, I had a friend named David. He says, "Come on, Dan, we're getting a group together and we're going to go over to the Philippines and have a good time." And he took me under his wing, and away we went to the Philippines. And when I got there, I know a lot of people say it. Yeah, Laura, like, yeah, hey, oh, this must be your birth name, huh, Laura? Okay. But anyway, I know a lot of people say it, but when people, when the plane lands in the Philippines, you just sort of know that you're home. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. You just kind of feel this comforting feeling comes over you. And that happens kind of like mid-flight. You're almost there. You're at 30,000 feet. You're getting ready to descend for a landing. And then all of a sudden, you just start feeling this overwhelming feeling of happiness. Yeah, I hope I explained that okay. Yeah. Let's see. Did I see Dodger Blue? Oh, there you go. Dodger Blue, thanks so much. Glad you can join the stream. Does it come through the camera like that? I know other people have said that to me, and you pointed it out. And I was just thinking, does it really come through the camera that I look more relaxed and happier and relaxed and happier? Hey, Mel says hello. Well, Lazy Larry generally is not being lazy, but he is today. So I know that's how Larry is doing. Lots of love from Mel. Oh, they're not moderators, man. Okay, I got to do it from my phone though. I got to do it from my phone, but I don't know how you do that. I go to the YouTube channel and bring them up on my screen. Let me see. Studio. I'm flustered already. You see what happens? I'm already getting flustered doing this because I don't want to mess it up. I remember I did this last time. Oh, there I am. Scares me to look at myself on here. Let me lower this so I don't get feedback. Let's see, Lazy Larry, add moderator. All right, and then we got Dodger Blue, moderator. Yep, and then who else do I have left? Lazy Larry, Dodger Blue. Okay, you guys should be blue now. There's no better blue than Dodger Blue. Oh, Robert, how's it going, man? Thanks. Wow, that's sweet. Age 65, and I'll be turning age 65 next month. And so I left a little bit before my 65th birthday. So the first Social Security check has already hit the bank account. No, listen, that's an important milestone, right? Having the check hit the bank account, because then you're kind of feeling like, oh, everything's okay, everything's going to be okay. I got a little bit of transition money going on, I got a little bit of help. Mel says hi, Robert. Yeah, you only have a few days to go. How many days is it? I know you were tracking me pretty closely, but how many days are we talking about? We're only talking a week or so, aren't we? Why are you always lazy? What's happening? Uh, yeah, Mel, you're teasing them, right? Dan, when I was in the Navy, we always felt that we back in the States when we were under the oh yeah, yeah, that's right, the Coronado Bridge. I love going over that bridge. I absolutely love going over that bridge. There's nothing like going over there to Coronado Island and enjoying watching the jets take off from the base, from the air station there. Yeah, beautiful. I knew she was joshing with you, Lazy Larry. Yeah, the teacher gave you in high school. Oh no. So it reminds me of the thing that my cubie mate had posted on his cubie, which said something like, somewhere my vocational counselor is laughing or something. I don't remember what it said, but listen, we all have somebody in our lives at one time or another who would tease us and say, "Oh, there's no, we don't need to waste college prep classes on Dan. We need to just preserve those from somebody who has a chance of getting into college." That's hysterical. That is really funny. Colts flu. Oh no. Oh, Larry, exactly. Oh, peace, peace, love. What do they do? This, love. Oh, five, 5 more days. 5 more days, and welcome to the retirement world. Except you were telling me that you got job offers and you got an offer to work part-time where you're working now, probably as in a position like retired annuitant or something like that. Man, if they had that available here, I would grab that. I would work the 20 hours. I would job share, but they frown on that. They're just not living in the real world where I work. They're not living in the real world. Robert says, hi, Mel. 3 work days. 3 work days is plenty. That's all you need for beer money. Oh, wait. You may not drink. For fun money, that's all you need. 3 days worth of work. I think that might be too much, actually. It would be too much for me. I actually don't know how much work I would actually do in those 3 days either. I mean, as you know, Dodger Blue, I was pretty much, so the last week, I've been off. I haven't even been working. I never went back to the office. I was using comp time or vacation time, as they call it. And so I was done. My last day was Friday had a meeting, I think. So it really wasn't like working. Thursday prior was my last actual working day, something like that. I think I have it. Think I have that right, but hey, I'm not thinking too much about it, right now. I mean, I'm just kind of like forgetting the whole experience. I was telling somebody that 30 seconds after I walk out of the office, I will never think about that place again. I guess that was not true because I've been thinking about it. I don't have regret. There's no regret. It's just that, you think about certain things, as you make the transition from the working world to retirement. I think that's more what's going on with me. Okay, Mel, thank you for joining us and enjoy the rest of your day. Larry, what year were you in the Navy? I joined in 74, was stationed at Imperial Beach Naval Station. Dang, all right. So, man, that sounds like, well, if you want to be stationed someplace, Imperial Beach is the place. Yes, indeed. Okay, you were in at 72 and got out in 78. Hey, you guys may know each other. So now it's time to, Maybe you are thinking about heading over to the Philippines for at least a visit, guys, right? Okay, so I was on the USS Ranger, made a Westpac cruise, and that's how I got introduced to the Philippines. Beautiful. And as you know, there's a lot going on at Subic Bay right now. I'm sure you guys know that. Hey, and by the way, so yeah, there's a lot of funny business going on at Subic Bay, if you ask me. I mean, before McCain passed away, he was over there. He was over there with his entourage, taking a look at the infrastructure. To see. I guess he was over there to see how much it would cost to get it back into shape. Both the freshwater treatment plant and the wastewater treatment plant needed some tender, loving care, and he was over there inspecting it. And I got the idea that the U.S. Navy, was headed back that way. But it turns out that the naval shipyard there, or the shipbuilding facility, has been sold to a company that Dan Quayle is the CEO of. I find that all to be very interesting. And so that even if it's under private ownership, they're probably getting ready to contract out to do repair work on Navy ships, or they're going to actually use the facilities for the Navy. I made 2 Westpacs, Larry says. Lazy Larry says. Love and support always, Mel. Okay, I was on the USS Dixie, AD-14, the USS Frederick, LST, 1184, and the Long Beach, CGN-9. It would probably be a good thing to reopen Subic. Yeah, I think so. I think I was expecting there was going to be more of a direct connection, in that, the Navy itself would be the leaseholder, or the government would go in there and make a deal to lease it. But they probably will, only it's going to be from a company owned by that Dan Quayle is the CEO of. So I find the whole thing to be very, very interesting. It's sort of like a sideways approach in order to get the U.S. Navy back, pardon the pun, on board. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I shared this with you guys before, but both my sons, my twin sons, served in the Navy, and they came out and, of course, went to school, and they're both RNs now, and they're doing very, very well. And they thank the Navy for that. It's pretty amazing opportunity there. Oh, they went. Even though, now this is funny. Even though they went in on the buddy program. Of course, one of them ends up in a battle group, and the other one ends up in some luxurious post in Japan. No, I'm not sure that's what happened. I'm going to have to get with them before we go over to the Philippines. I'll be getting with them, and we'll be sharing stories and telling lies. Kind of the way that I do here. Oh, there you go. He never crossed the equator, so he's a polywog. Is that what it is? You have to cross the equator? Listen, I think there'll be a whole bunch of us heading south of the equator if this Ukraine thing doesn't cool down a little bit. Yes, indeed. Yes. There'll be a whole new variant of COVID coming our way if they don't square this away. Robert said he did 2 years active and 3 years active reserve, weekend warrior in Alameda. Oh, you were up here in NorCal. Man, another beautiful place. For crying out loud. San Diego and then Alameda. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, you were active the whole time. Wow. Well, thank you guys for your service. It's truly appreciated. Yeah, I was amazed that my kids jumped in the way that they did, and did their tour of duty, their 4 years. And it got kind of scary. Got kind of scary as they're lobbing cruise missiles. They're launching cruise missiles towards Afghanistan. Yeah, I'm sure that neither one of those kids appreciated that, having to do that. One of them tells me that he ain't right. I don't know what that means, but he was saying that it affects you. It affects you for the rest of your life. So he was on, believe this or not, wait for it. One of them was on the USS Philippine Sea, believe it or not. Oh, that's right. So yeah, I know about this. Yeah. You cross the equator by ship and then you go through the induction ceremony. Yeah, I've heard about this. Yeah. So I wasn't totally ignorant. I knew it existed. Yeah. You live in San Rafael now? Holy smokes. You have had a very, very nice life. So back in the day, I mean, things certainly have changed, but years ago, when I was a kid, like 18, 21 years old, somewhere in there, I moved around a lot. And so I have lived in really nice places. I've lived south near San Diego, and I've also lived in San Francisco in the avenues there near Terraville. And so I really liked it. I really liked it. Thing is, the cost of living, the rent started to go crazy. They're crazy now. Trying to, and you were always like, it was always a crapshoot, when you had to move. So I worked for a great company when I was living in San Francisco, but man, it was a crapshoot. Every time that lease was up, there was no renewing it. Not when the leases were going, they'd be jumping thousands of dollars per year. It was just crazy. I would have loved to have spent my entire life in the Bay Area. Just can't afford it. Yes, guys. Yes, I reiterate, thank you very much for your service. It's truly appreciated by all. Is it a tin can now? Tin can meaning what? Meaning, is it a support ship? I'm not sure what that means, that phrase, but Lazy Larry said, Dodger, was my pleasure and I enjoyed my time in the Navy. Why would you leave? It's a great career path. So, one of my kids, like I said, was involved in Afghanistan. So they were on the Philippine Sea. So I think they were on the Philippine Sea. I think the Philippine Sea did have cruise missiles on it. If I'm not mistaken, that was one of the traumatic events that occurred, was that they had media on the deck and everybody was forced to come on the deck because they had media taking pictures, and they launched the first cruise missile towards Afghanistan. And the AP wire, of course, picked up the story, picked up the pictures, and it traveled all over the world. That picture of the cruise missile launching. I'm sure you guys have seen it. Raised in Marin County. I see, man, that must have been a beautiful life. I can't think of anything more exciting than to be born and raised in the Bay Area right there. I traveled all over Northern California in that job. I was an outside salesman. I was going up and down the Bay. There was a point in time that I knew it better than the back of my hand. I truly miss it. But it was years ago, and so I'm thinking, I wonder if I could navigate the Bay Area these days. Now I'm just I'm flatlander living here in the valley of Sacramento, and I can hardly wait. I can't hardly wait to get out of here and head over to the Philippines, because there are areas of the Philippines. It reminds me so much of that, of everything, the weather, the water, the cool breezes coming over the ocean, those things. I yearn for it. I crave for it. The store. I don't know if I said that right. Destroyer. Yeah, I think it was. What battle group were they in? Somebody help me out. What battle group were they a part of? The USS Philippine Sea. I can't remember. It's going to be a famous ship that's been decommissioned, I think. So was it the Kitty Hawk? Was it the Kitty Hawk battle group? I mean, so we're talking a long time ago already. It's been quite a few years, but I think we may be talking the Kitty Hawk. So I mean, I have fond memories of living in the Bay Area. I wish I would have been able to live there forever. Yeah, but I was a young kid and I messed it. Really, housing was one thing, but I think I messed that thing up myself. Oh yeah, I was making money. Yeah. No brag, just fact. No brag, just fact. Still in the background, thanks in the BG. MC and the BG. Yeah, I think here's what's going to go on, Robert. I think I've talked my wife into going. We're going to take probably a cruise down. Probably we're going to go down to Mexico and spend a few weeks there. Maybe less time. I'm not sure exactly, because I want to see that. I want to get down there to San Diego. I have to visit my mom in Los Angeles. And then we are going to find the cheapest way to head to Southeast Asia, where we end up in Thailand first. So my wife's been to Thailand. Of course, she's Filipina, but she's been in Thailand before, but we didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance to show her all that Thailand is about, because we were there for a wedding and I had to take vacation time. I only had 2 weeks that I could spare at that time. So we spent, we did everything we could do in 2 weeks. But I mean, that country is spectacular and beautiful, and I want to be able to share this with my wife. I want to be able to have her spend some time in the cafes in Chiang Mai, go north to Burma. I want her to walk over the what is it? The bridge on the River Kwai. Go down to southern Thailand. Enjoy Bangkok, so she could get that feeling, that you get when you live in a city like San Francisco, but you can actually afford it. So that's what Bangkok reminds me of, except you have a couple of rivers going through Bangkok and no ocean. That's the only difference between Bangkok and San Francisco, if you've ever been there, which you probably have been. But so I want her to enjoy all that and see all that, especially while I'm up and running and mobile and in good health. I want to be able to take her around and show her all that stuff. Thanks for hanging in the background, Mel. Oh, by tin cans or destroyers. I see. Yes, it's true. One of the things that's on the bucket list. My wife has been there. The MacArthur exhibit at Tacloban, but I want to see it myself. And Lazy Larry, I mentioned Marker 44 before, the YouTube channel. That guy is a you can get into his head a little bit by listening to what he says. And this guy, man, I'm telling you, I really like this guy. I really like this guy because of the way he visits the war memorials and things like that, and the Filipino lives that were lost. He's always focusing on Bataan, because that's where his wife's from, and the Bataan Death March. And of course, I had friends that were from Bataan also, that live here in Sacramento. And so that might be why I appreciate Marker 44's channel so much. If you haven't had a chance to take a look at Marker 44, every once in a while he gets pretty deep into stuff. But I had no idea that there were so many monuments in this country, that are dedicated to the Filipino and American soldiers that gave their lives during that period of time. And of course, the other wars and conflicts. Yes, so it's Thailand first, and then until the money runs out. Actually, yeah, that's probably a truer statement than not. Then we just keep traveling south, and we end up in the Philippines. Now, Robert, here's an idea, right, that I've been thinking about. So you know that if you make your way into Vietnam, Da Nang, prior to COVID, right, they were getting close to doing a direct flight from Da Nang, Vietnam to Clark Air Force Base or Manila. So probably if you're in the Navy, you know your geography pretty good. And so you could probably guesstimate how close that is from Da Nang to Clark Air Force Base is probably only, I don't know, it can't be any more than a 3-hour flight or a 4-hour flight. It's probably less. And if we can get a plane out of Da Nang and go straight to Clark, and so we can visit relatives in Pampanga and also play around, in Angelo City doing the unofficial, walking street video that everybody does, and to cater to what did I just say? To cater to everybody, so everybody's covered. Then that would be nice, But we have relatives in Pampanga. Lazy Larry says, Dan, if you want to read about the great courage, read the book The Last Stand of the Tin Can Sailors. It's all about the Battle of the Philippine Seas. Great. That's fantastic. I'll do that. I'll look it up. And Robert, that if you've been to Thailand once, you probably should go twice. So I've been there I think I've been there 4 times now. And so once was very disorienting. It was a little bit disorienting for me. But by the end of that first trip, I kind of was getting the feel of the culture and the land, and really started to enjoy myself after the fear of God wears off, that you're in this foreign country and no one speaks English. Well, of course, that isn't true, because if you're in Bangkok and you're in Chiang Mai, everybody speaks English. If you're in the tourist areas of Phuket or some of the tourist towns, you never have a problem finding folks that speak English. Practically everyone does, because English is the language of money. And so if they want money, they're gonna learn the language. But anyway, all that being said, the second trip was better, the third trip was better, and now I feel like I'm a professional tourist guide, right? That I can just about I could take anybody from the north to the south, to the east, to the west, and without much trouble. I don't know if that's true or not, or if I just have, the idea in my head that I can do it. Yeah, that's right. Absolutely correct. World War II Filipinos were considered U.S. citizens. Yep. Love you, Mel. Thank you for hanging in the background. Same to you, Sammy. Sammy, thanks for hanging around in the background. Yes, I've heard about inflation in the Philippines. See the peso's weakening against the dollar. Yeah, that's right. All right. So I try to remind my wife about this whenever she goes, yippee, it's 52.37, the official exchange rate of the Philippine peso to the US dollar. But the problem with that is that that's a sign of bad things to come, very, very bad things to come. And so listen, I don't have my crystal ball handy, but I got to tell you, things are going to get worse before they're going to get better. But within a 10-year span, I think we're going to see total, complete economic recovery globally. And not only that, you'll see the Philippines continue on right where they left off with a 9% growth rate, way better than any piddly 2% that the U.S. gets excited about is going to happen there. And it wouldn't surprise me if it happens the first year after recovery of the COVID. So that's the thing. We get all excited in the United States about 2%, but 2% don't pay the rent. Everybody knows that. 2% growth rate is falling behind. And so you got to get into an economy that's strong, healthy, so you don't suffer in your retirement years. See, that's what the whole thought process is. The whole thought process really was, do I want to be just okay in the United States, or do I want to have an extremely carefree retirement in the Philippines? And I think that I'd rather be there than here. But it could have been any country, quite frankly. It could have been Mexico. It could have been Costa Rica. It could have been any of the um, South American countries. It could have been anywhere. That's the whole point that I'm trying to make. But it wouldn't be here because this entire country is getting so expensive, such an expensive place to live. That's what the problem is. Why must I be miserable in this environment? Or go crazy because every time I turn around, California is imposing a new tax over something. And I'm complaining about taxes, and I tend to lean, I'm a moderate, but I tend to lean a tiny, tiny bit to the left. I think you detect it. But the whole thing is that I still don't want to. That being said, it doesn't mean that I want to give them every spare dollar out of my pocket in order to finance every social service program in the world. And that's odd for a social worker to be saying, a retired social worker. I need to correct myself. Yeah, that is why World War II vets can use the VA in Manila for service-related issues. So they have to be service-related. I think a few years ago, if I'm not mistaken, when I first started going to the Philippines, way long time ago, any vet could access the VA clinic. Yes, any vet could access the VA clinic for anything, going way back to the 2000s and before. But now it's no longer true. So yeah, we have Dodger Blue. Getting back to the inflation thing, it drives me crazy. It is getting very expensive to buy food in the Philippines right now. Anyone will tell you, the price of rice is going crazy. And the reason why it is because they import most of it. They're doing their best to form cooperatives, to grow coffee, to grow rice, to grow sugarcane, to do all these things that made the Philippines great. But it's hard to organize people into co-ops. It's hard to organize them into cooperatives. It was a short trip, Bangkok and Pattaya. Yes, well, what can I say about Bangkok and Pattaya or Pattaya? And that is it. Pattaya is a unique experience because there's plenty there. The whole thing is, it has Bangkok and Pattaya has both seedy reputation that need not be because, they're cultural meccas. And Pattaya and Bangkok, they're turning into melting pots. You have people from all over the world going in there. So if you want the cultural experience that'll last you a lifetime, then those are the places that you want to go. And then Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai was just amazing, man. That was just like somebody dropped me back into Sacramento. I mean, it's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. Sacramento at 1/4 the price. So, yeah, so you go up north. And I got to tell you something. It's an experience, especially if you get up all the way to Chiang Mai. You do the touristy things, I like to do that. See the White Temple in Chiang Mai, and then head north to Myanmar or Burma. And I'm telling you, you'll get to the Mekong Delta, and you'll be standing there, and you'll cry. That's all I got to say. Because you won't believe. I mean, if you know what that means, that you're standing on the Mekong River, and you're looking across to an American-type casino in Laos, and we got there in less than a generation and a half from the Vietnam War. There's something that's remarkable about that. I don't know how many people think about that when they're standing there, but I did. I did. There's a certain amount of, you have to honor the people that served. in order to preserve all the things that you have. That's the whole thing. You guys know what I'm talking about. You serve, so you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not going to get better, it's going to get worse. The reason why is you have a void of 10 or 15 years where there's no tax paying public. And why does I say that? Look at demographic trends, Robert. Listen, you know what's going on. They have to make up taxes in order for us to survive the next 10 or 15 years. You have a whole bunch of people that are retiring and they're not going to be paying taxes. But California is going to extract them from you, especially if you're like me and you end up getting a pension from the state of California. They are not going to let you not pay taxes on it. Okay, you lean to the right. Well, good. Well then, all right. So be it. I lean a tiny bit to the left. You lean a tiny bit to the right. Some kind of way. On some issues, we're going to end up in the middle. Yeah. Oh, yes, you will. But I mean, they got Costco. I mean, they got Landers and S&R, and they got everything that you need there. And so, but you will pay a little bit more. But what you won't pay more in is living in a house or an apartment. For example, high rise, 17th or 18th floor, overlooking the beautiful ocean. Picture it. Looks just like Yacht Club over there, just like San Francisco. You can see Marin from the 30th floor. Well, anyway, that will only run you, $600 to $1,200 a month. So that's what we're talking about. I think that once my wife, unless if you're in Bangkok, I think once my wife gets a taste of this, she's going to start wondering, she's going to start realizing that she enjoys that life. First difference, I'm solidly to the right, but I hold no grudge against anyone who holds no grudges to me. Hey, I'm begging you, Dodger Blue, do something about this. I'm begging you. Save us. Please save us. Oh, man. The far left and the far right are both idiots. Yeah, probably if you're, I'm kind of a little bit suspicious if you're leaning too far one way or another, Hey, what about universal income? You guys think that's too far left? We're headed that direction. But there may not be a choice because people, they don't want to work. They don't want to work. Well, I'll tell you what, I've said it both ways. Actually, governmental agencies, they're having a hard time hanging on to folks because they're young people, and the young people just don't want to do that job. They do the job that I do. They look around, they go, this is stupid. Yes, it's stupid, but they pay you good money to do it. They don't care about that. They want to be in control over their own time. They don't want their time wasted doing stupid tasks. That's what the problem is. And so they end up going back. So what are you going to do? Well, I'm going to go back to work for Starbucks. I'm going to make lattes for people, for the government workers. That's funny, but it's true. Oh, Lazy Larry says, Dodger Blue, I miss the days when both sides worked together for the betterment of the country. When were those? Am I old enough to remember those? Little joke there. Yeah, well, Ronald Reagan was more my kind of guy. I don't mind telling you, except there was that whole thing with the air traffic controllers I still haven't been able to get over. Yeah, I have not forgiven Ronald Reagan for the air traffic controller debacle. Oh, FL Woods, hey, thanks for joining us, man. How's Ruby? That was interesting. Towards the end of Ruby's stream, man, the count started to go up. So that was interesting. I think it was because so many people were doing live streams today. Gas here is up about 57 pesos 6 months ago and now creeping towards 80. Rents are 20%. Wow, rents increased 20% in the last 1 to 2 years. Pork, chicken, both up 20% last year. Water and labor still cheap. You see that? And so I'm telling you, that's you can't continue to pay the low wages and then expect people to be happy because the cost of because they have to deal with inflation. People are screaming over there. I got to tell you, I'm hearing about it every day. They need money for this, money for that, and I'm telling you, it's a bad situation. Odette hits, wipes everything out. Thank God. Bye Leyte escapes with very, very little damage. Some people get hit really, really hard, especially on the island of Bohol. Cebu practically gets wiped off the face of the earth. I just can't imagine, I just can't imagine. And people are taking advantage of it as much as they can. The trade-off, housing is cheaper. Yes, that's what I was about ready to say. Thanks for putting it out there. Housing's cheaper, and that makes all the difference in the world. So the whole thing is that you could, whether you want to rent or you want to build your own house like I did over there, which, by the way, would probably cost you, as FL Woods just pointed out, construction costs have doubled since the time that Minnie and I built our house over there. And so, it's crazy. Hey, oh, by the way, I wanted to address that house thing. People keep sending me weird messages about the house thing. They think that I paid for the whole thing. That's a little bit of a gender thing, isn't it? Oh, Filipina marries American. American supports Filipina. Filipina gives all the money to, American gives all their money to Filipina. Filipina runs off and finds a young boyfriend. Yeah, that could happen. I mean, we've only been married 16 years. It could still happen, But people are sending me messages like, oh, yeah, when the money's gone, the love will be gone. I said, well, if all of Minnie's money's gone, then why would I stay with her? Why would I stay with her? Why would I stay with a woman who has no money, FL Woods says the house we rented 2 years ago for $9K furnished, just rented $12K empty. Oh man, we had in Bye Bye Lake Day. I've already shared this story, I think, with you, FL, but we rented for the in-laws a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house, Western style, in Bye Bye City Lake, and I think it was 100 and change. I can't remember now because it's been a while, but it was not an expensive adventure. Let's put it that way. But now, as you pointed out, it's very, very difficult to find a place to rent. I mean, it's better probably to build your own place, I would think. I'm not sure. I still though like the idea of renting for mobility, but Minnie, as Marco from Overstay Road, he says that a Filipina, is like a parrot when it comes to house. It's house and lot, house and lot, house and lot, rah! And that's pretty much the way it is. And I don't blame him because that is the security, the earmark of security. Of course, when my wife is 17, 18, 19 years younger than I am. And so, man, her future has to be guaranteed. It has to. You got to go with the program sometimes, Dan, you should be 60s, 70s, and 80s. Yeah, my mom is, you mean age-wise, right? Oh, no, do you mean years, the 60s, 70s, and 80s? Mel says stay home. Let's eat, guys. Is it lunchtime, Mel? What did you fix for us? What'd you fix? I hope it is not stinky fish. I hope it's not dry fish and rice. Maybe it's hamburgers from In-N-Out. Oh yeah, since Odette. Yeah, because I think you're right about that. FL. And the reason why it turned out that way, of course, everybody was seeking refuge from Cebu and other places. They were pouring in. Even the people from Southern Lake were coming to the north, trying to find housing, and so it put pressure on housing. And the landlords, the owners of those homes, they knew it was payday, and I can't hardly say that I blame them, but it made it rough for the rest of us. Oh, Mel says hello. Mel says hi. The only fish I eat is tuna. Tuna from a can. Porpoise free. Think I have a couple of cans up there in the cupboard right now. I want hamburger, but I'm eating rice with anchovies. Oh, no, the anchovies. Oh. You're going to come over to our house, Mel, when we get there. Yeah. We'll slaughter a pig for you. That's what we're going to do. Hi, MC. FL Wood says, hey, what do you say? Oh, okay. Sweet and sour fish, not dry fish today. Huh? Okay. All right, Mel, thanks for clearing that up for us. Yeah, they're small lots. They're tiny, So we ended up on 200 square meters. That's smaller than any house I've ever owned here in the States. I mean, the lot size is tiny. So you're talking, what are you talking? 2,000 square foot lot and change. You have to put a 1,500 square foot house on it, which is what we did, or 1,600 square feet, something like that. But we shoehorned that baby in there, and it looks nice. We shoehorned it in there. I didn't want to go 2-story because I was worried about the construction cost of it. We ended up single story, a little bit high, and they say it's the tallest building in the area, but I'm not sure. I've only seen, I only saw it while they were constructing it. I was just telling them what to do over the messenger and other services. And I think they did a pretty good job. There's still a lot more to do, but we'll get that all squared away by the time that we get there. Yummy. Ruby getting pizza. Yum. Yes. You talked her into the pizza. I think on her live stream, somebody asked her, so what are you having, FL Woods wants pizza today. No, fresh tuna, not canned tuna. Okay. I'm a canned tuna kind of guy, I guess. Mel says pizza's her favorite. Somebody ordered takeout for Mel. Mel, do they have a pizza shop where you're at? Okay, in town. No lot at all. Often street parking. Yeah. There's enough to park a car there and motorbikes and stuff like that. That's one of the things we're talking about is what the carport is going to look like, because it isn't built yet. I want to go in there and build an outdoor bathroom and then put a dirty kitchen and all that other stuff. Hasn't been done yet. Right now they're working on the fence and they're working on the gate. And so we're working on that issue right now. We still have a whole bunch of stuff to do, though. Oh, a first time for pizza. So let's see what it turns out. Yeah, take a picture and post it. Take a picture and post it to Facebook. I'm kind of curious. Or better yet, do a YouTube video. And have Ruby post it. That would be fantastic. I'm sure they have canned tuna in the Philippines. They have canned sardines in the Philippines. I don't see why they wouldn't have a canned tuna in the Philippines. Yeah, I think so. I mean, they have Spam, and they got corned beef, hash, all that stuff. American pizza or Philippine pizza? Hey, you know that Shaky's is like the #1 pizza parlor in the Philippines, and you know that was founded here by Shaky Johnson in Sacramento, California. I don't know how many of you know that. So only one problem: it survived in the Philippines, but did not survive here. I think we have only one Shaky's Pizza in the entire state of California, and I think that's up north in Redding. So there's none in Sacramento, not even at the original site of the founding of Shaky's Pizza. Hey, by the way, what was Shaky Johnson doing in the Philippines? I think he was serving in World War II. I think he was at Subic. I'm gonna have to go look up the history of Shaky Johnson. Okay, our homemade pizza here is not much expensive. It costs $90 and $85. The Hawaiian pizza, but I love to eat an original pizza. I never tried an original pizza. Okay, so listen, you did not just open up the door to the pineapple on a pizza controversy, did you, Mel? For crying out loud, really? All right. Okay, there. Mel says, yes, Lazy Larry, there's canned tuna there. So there you go. So I'll be a happy camper. I'll just go get tuna off the shelf. Oh, Mel. Lazy Larry, Mel says he's planning on staying home. I think that's Mel's moniker for letting us know that she's alive and well in the background. FL Wood says, Lazy, I have lots of canned tuna, spicy, corned on oil, hard to find tuna and water. Spam only comes in a can. Yep. Ham and spam, spam and eggs, spam and spam on a pizza, and the rest of it. What are we having today? Green eggs and spam. But listen, I love spam. I love spam on a pizza. I could have spam 200 or 300 different ways. I love spam. Let's see. Oh, it's called Century Tuna, Lazy Larry. They also have a Youngstown tuna here. They're marketing geniuses in the Philippines. Okay, every pizza here is Philippine style. Man, we have to find you an American pizza. That's what we have to do, F.O. Woods. We have to find you an American style pizza. Okay, I've never been trying a Shaky's pizza. Only 89-cent pizzas homemade. I think I need something to compare. You know, I need to go over there and see, because my very first trip to the Philippines, I'm in Robinson's Mall in Ermita, and I'm looking around. I'm looking up towards the I smell like a familiar smell. So I look up at the second floor, and there is Shaky's. I couldn't run up the escalator fast enough to get to that pizza parlor. So listen, I have a story that goes along with that. I don't know if you guys want to hear the Shaky's pizza story or not. No, they only have a canned tuna here. No, wait a minute though, Mel. Mel, wait a minute. In one of my videos, they had actually caught a yellowfin tuna and brought that baby in. I mean, a yellowfin tuna. They caught. I think it was some of Minnie's cousins, and they reeled that bad boy in. And one of the videos going back, I think the video is called "The Big Fish Story." You should check it out. You'll see that yellowfin tuna. Beautiful fish. I mean, a beautiful, beautiful fish. Yes, absolutely. Here we go. Pineapple does not belong on a pizza. I think Mel agrees, though. Right, Mel? Oh, no. Here we go. Calm down, people. Calm down. We got over here the pineapple people, and over here the no pineapple people. You know? Show me an Italian that puts pineapple on the pizza. Fried spam with mixed vegetables and rice and noodle. Yeah, well, we grew up kind of poor, and I remember eating spam, quite a few meals, growing up as a kid. Nothing wrong with that. Yes. Oh, the attack of Melanie. I'm with Larry. Pineapple does not belong on a pizza. A tropical pineapple pizza. Yummy. Oh, there isn't the quality of ingredients, cheese, meat, or sauce here. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. I don't recall seeing many cows in the Philippines. Moo. A lot of carabao, not too many cows. Not sure why that is. Seems like the land and all the surrounding greenery, is enough to keep a cow going. But I'm not sure why there aren't a whole bunch of cows. I'm sure there's history to that. Okay, Mel, you love pineapple. It does not belong on a pizza. Pineapple juice is my favorite juice. Okay. All right. Keep it clean. Peace, love. Remember, we're all friends here. Most seafood restos offer tuna belly, barbecue, or bake. Yeah. So I think that every once in a while you get lucky, and you'll have the Filipino fishermen out there. They'll pull in they'll pull in a tuna every now and again. Homemade pizza. Okay, Dodger Blue want to try that kind of pizza without pineapple here in the Philippines. Homemade pizza. They put pineapple toppings for pizza. So when you order one, you say, "Excuse me, could you hold the pineapple, please?" One pepperoni pizza, please. Hold the pineapple. One homemade Filipino pizza. Hold the pineapple, please. I could just see myself ordering that. I would love to eat pizza with the toppings of a lot of cheese, capsicum, and ham. Oh yeah, that kind of does sound tasty to me. I don't know. Oh, cows need a lot of grazing land, but I see grazing land everywhere, though. FL Wood, I see grazing land everywhere. So does it have something to do with? There's got to be some story behind it that has to do with the Spanish conquistadors, or something like that. There has to be some reason behind, the lack of cows in the Philippines. Yeah, but they could use goat milk, right, to make cheese. They could use goat milk. Oh, okay. Lazy Larry says, okay, or Mel says, Lazy Larry, I also love eating pineapple with a pinch of salt. That sounds tasty. And Dodger Blue says, Mel, I'm a traditional pepperoni sausage kind of guy. But again, finding cured meats like that it might be a challenge. In other words, you have to go to one of the specialty stores probably to get that stuff, right? Okay, Laser says, Dan, if Mel and I order pizza together, would have pineapple on half only. We'll see. So you can have your pineapple pizza. Lazy Larry doesn't mind. Just don't get it on his half of the pizza. That's how you handle it. And so everybody is happy. Half and half, they call it. Half and half pizza. Uh-oh. Some moderator needs to take Kimberly out. They already put the pineapple on top of the pizza, sure, Dan. All they need to do is to heat. Oh, I see. It's already made that way, and then they throw it in the pizza oven, and they heat it up. I gotcha. I was confused how that works. Any large grocery store sells fresh tuna by the kilo. Yeah, but I bet you, FL, it's very, very expensive per kilo. Could be even cost prohibitive. I'm not sure, but Dodger Blue sounds so yummy, a pepperoni pizza. Oh man, I'm telling you, especially a brick-fired oven, pepperoni pizza. Those are the best. Dodger Blue says, I also like pepperoni and sauce, but I also like buffalo chicken. Oh, Lazy Larry said that. Okay. I also like pepperoni sauce, but I also like buffalo chicken. Man, I like the sauce. I don't know what's in that sauce, but man, it can be delicious. I like the kick. I like that bite that it has to it. Mel says, Lazy Larry, you plan to order some pizza. The half that has pineapple, the other half is nothing. Oh, no. I think he meant the other half has something else on it, like pepperoni and sausage, Oh, no. My live stream has sunk. It has sunk into a new low. We've chased everybody away. we chased Robert away. All right. Cows are grass-fed, and many pastures in the Philippines have little grass. Okay, I got it. That makes sense. There you go. All right, you guys. Well, I think that's about a wrap for the stream. I think we gotta move our clock ahead for an hour, and I gotta drop Minnie off at work in the morning. So that means I gotta get up early. I'm losing an hour's worth of sleep. What's a retired guy to do? So I really thank everybody for joining the stream today, and we'll see you on the next one a week from today. And we'll see you on your live streams, and I'll certainly be enjoying the videos that you guys post. So you guys, Mel says stop, and I'm getting too hungry. Oh yeah, that's right. They're subsidized. How can we make a living, when the government is? Yeah, it's a way different program. No, I didn't know that's where they came from. That the buffalo wings were first served at the Anchor Bar in Buffalo, New York. I did not know that. Huh. Yeah, now that we are all hungry, but now that the stream is coming to an end, you guys can pick up the phone and you can get it delivered straight to the house. It might be a little bit more difficult in the Philippines because they have to bring it over by a fast ferry, but from Cebu. All right. Hey, I enjoyed today's stream. You guys all take care. You have a nice rest of your day or evening or afternoon or wherever you may be. And we'll see you on the next live. We're out. Take care, you guys. Peace, love, rock and roll.